What's good, y'all? It's your boy Smith. Today, we're going to be looking at some videos that might make you not want to book any flights in the near future. But before we get into it, go ahead and hit that like button, help push the algorithm, and subscribe. Go ahead and join the family. Give us some suggestions. Let us know what you're into, and maybe we make a video about that too. Anyways, let's get into it. First off, what do y'all think this is? Right? We see a plane here. It looks like it's being tracked by something. I don't know, but then out of nowhere, these things start forming a circle around it. You know, they increase in speed, and then this plane just disappears. What do y'all think happened here? Right? Could this be us like testing something? Right? I don't know if this is a regular passenger plane with people on it. It probably is. Right? It probably is. But you think this is us testing something? I I think that's highly possible, right? We could have technology that's like this, and that we're perfecting, probably almost in the stages of like youth, right? And they were just like, all right, let's test it. Or this could be this may not be our technology at all, and somebody just hijacked one of our vehicles, right? I don't know what this is, but tell me what you guys think. I ain't gonna lie, this kind of look like one of those old school Goodyear blimps. I ain't seen one of those since I was like a kid, right? But it kind of looks like one of them. I don't, I don't know what this is, but that's what it looks like.
Have you seen what recently happened?
I'm going to ask you this. Imagine looking out your window and seeing this. This happened.
Oh, what is that, y'all? We finna die. Oh my God, what is that? Y'all, what the f is that? What the f is that? What the f?
Holy crap.
Oh my God, y'all, what the f?
Crazy.
That is not natural.
No,
bro. Come on,
dude,
man.
that's a.
That's something that's
Bro, there ain't no way. Ain't no. If I'd have seen the sky open and some glowing vehicle disappear into some wormhole literally right in front of me, I would have had the same reaction. We're gonna die, y'all. We but I don't know how we're gonna beat them. Now we shouldn't even be thinking about it like that. We've already lost that, right? We better be thinking about peace.
What a form?
Ouais. S'il m'y bouge, mais que pas si après s'il m'y travaille encore. Et là, il remonte.
C'est quoi?
Je connais pas. Regarde dedans.
Avocat? Hein?
Pas vrai.
Bah c'est quoi?
Je connais pas.
Hein?
Je connais pas.
La vie là-bas?
Là-bas. Tu vois là-bas, là-bas?
Oui.
Pareil, on vient voir au-dessus de la mer.
Ouais.
Mais c'est ça, non, je sais pas.
Tiens mon téléphone, s'il te plaît, mais ça y est arrangé.
T'es bien?
Ouais. Et ça y est pas bougé.
C'est toi, moi, je ne peux pas bouger.
Non, elle a bougé.
Est-ce que Cali, après, les champs
Tiens.
sont calés?
That's wild. They just calmly flew up out the ocean like they've been doing that forever. I mean, I guess if you have a base underwater and you know your ships are designed for that, and but why not? You really have nothing to worry about. We don't. What are we gonna do, right? I guess having underwater bases is the perfect place. We don't know anything about what's going on down there. Man, these UFOs or UAPs or whatever just be breaking all the laws of physics, right? We think that certain angles, you know, create updraft on it. Man, these dudes are just making anything fly, any shape. It doesn't matter. Squares, triangles, circles, stars. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Apparently, the way they do flight is totally different. Man, that's crazy. That one video, the dude's in the car and they seen the orb, and then it just rushed their car and then kind of just backed off and was inspecting them. That would have freaked me out, right? That lets you know right there you're dealing with something different. I don't know of any technology we got that can move like that. It does anything quite like that, right? And if y'all know, let me know in the comments.
Super. Fasaya, la Fasaya of the sea. Boom. Super. Fasaya, la Fasaya of the sea. Boom.
I don't know what that was. It's in the Gulf too, right? They could have been, right? They could have been doing anything, testing. You know, we got a lot of stuff that we do. I had no idea what that is, and it was just perfectly sitting still. The only thing in the sky that looked like it, it could have been anything though, right?
Hey, mister, what is that? Misty. What in there? I'm recording it. What the hell is that?
Nah, that's got to be AI. It's got to be. There's no way that this was recorded and it didn't just go absolutely crazy, viral. That makes no sense, right? What I seen, what it looked like to me, was about 3 or 4 individuals ascending into some light inside this big cloud, and that was just crazy, right? The dope video, but I don't think it was real. Now these dudes, like, usually when the pilots come forward and say they got footage or they seen something, even when they're like talking back to the people on ground, and they're like, yo, I've just seen this and that, right? These are the dudes I usually listen to. They're up there way above the clouds a lot of the times, and they're seeing stuff that we could only imagine, right? They're literally seeing things that we could only imagine in our dreams. So when these dudes come forward with footage or say things, I tend to believe it a little bit more. Not to say that this is 100% real, but a lot of those dudes, they're up there with them. They're literally up there with them.
Fuck, that is not a god airplane. Why the fuck is it so close? What the actual fuck is that? Okay, what the fuck? God damn it. I'm shaking right now. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm fucking shaking. That shit did not look like a fucking airplane. It sounded like one. But that was really fucking close to the ground, and I am not near an airport. Fuck.
Yeah, and it just disappeared.
Alright, the lights is off. I don't know what the fuck this is. I don't know what the hell is going on. I'm kind of freaking out at the moment. Let me see if I can try to... What the fuck is going on right now? What? This is the second one. That one sounded more like multiple planes, but the other one had a very deep humming. And there's no base nearby. I don't know what's going on. I'm a little bit shaken up. What is going on in Montreal? Take 4. Trying to catch this guy moving. Oh. Is he gonna make the staircase? I think I just saw him move downwards. No. Now he's moving upwards. Okay. I think that he's staying pretty stationary now. He's moving upwards occasionally, it looks like. Because I'm not moving my phone. I'm staying as still as I can. I actually have it mounted against the wall, or the window. Okay, to get perspective, that blinking thing all the way over there is a actual, like, these two things that are blinking. Both of those are airplanes.
Yep.
So I know whatever I saw is not an airplane. Like, I don't know if I can zoom in. Like, you can see the red blinking from the airplane on both of them. Let me zoom out just to get the other one. There it is. Oh, wait a minute.
go. I think you can see it. Yeah. You can't really see the white part, but you can definitely see the red part on the other one. But they're both blinking. Those two are airplanes. They are heading towards the airport. Those are airplanes. I have never seen anything like the other thing that I saw. Travel and like that ever. I've never seen something that massive. There's another one way over there. That's another airplane. So that right there, that's another airplane. So those are airplanes. I don't know what I saw, but those two massive objects were not airplanes, were not helicopters, and were not military that I know of, because there's no air bases near Montreal that I know of. But I certainly know that they would not be flying that low in the city. So, yeah, that's fun. Here is another example.
Now, that first object looked to be one huge vehicle, right? And I don't know how, just like that, it disappeared. Don't know if it accelerated. Don't know if it cloaked. But that thing disappeared out of nowhere. The second, to me, I wasn't there, so I can't say, but the second one, it looked like a bunch of little vehicles, almost like drones, right? Locked in formation, flying together. That's what that looked like. Once again, I think they just disappeared. I'm not sure about the second one, right? Y'all let me know. I'm not sure that the drones, I don't know if they just disappeared, but for sure that the big vehicle in the first, man, that thing just it just vanished, bro. And I don't know what's going on anymore, for real.
Well, you said there's 69 different types of extraterrestrials.
Well, that they knew of in 1960s. There may be many more now.
Okay, and are these aliens from different planets, or?
Yes, I'm quite sure they would be from different star systems, because of the diversity of the biological form and size. I mean, some are 1.5 feet tall. Some reported to be 10, 12 feet tall. To my knowledge, they're all bipedal, 2 arms, 2 legs, head, sort of that form, but then a huge amount of variation within that form. And this would explain why some of those craft are very, very tiny and some very large. I mean, if you're a 2 foot, 3 foot tall being, a 25, 30 foot diameter egg-shaped craft is kind of spacious, right? It's like us being in something 60 feet, proportionally.
What are the size differences? I mean, are there like insect-sized aliens and giant, I don't know, like whale-sized aliens? I mean, what's the range? Because it could technically be anything, right? I mean, because
yes,
like in our case, you talked about this in some of your interviews. Humans evolved from monkeys, right? And monkeys are warlike. Yeah. They kill each other. Right. They
organizing the troops
and so forth. But if you had a species that evolved from, let's say, dolphins or something like that aren't warlike,
right?
This might be an alien species that don't kill each other, and they don't understand why humans are each other all the time.
Right. Yep. They don't. They understand it. They just think that it's a shame we haven't evolved past it.
Right. So, in terms of the alien species that you're familiar with, what's the range? Are they all like little gray men, or are they just completely different?
Oh, no. They're totally different. And most of the ones that you see on the spooky covers of books and Whitley Strieber, those are ours. Those are our robotic fake aliens. Those are the CIA drones and robotic objects. And the really sophisticated ones are actually bio-nano machines where they have biological material, and that's what they were using, the culture material from the cattle and animal mutilations was being used to make those very sophisticated fake aliens. And there's a physicist that I know who worked on those programs. And it really sounds like Mingala or Stranger Things or something, but the strangest things are true, my friend. And so, in terms of my personal knowledge, I have heard of ones a 1.5 feet or so tall to ones that range the upper end 30 to 40 feet tall.
30 or 40 feet.
Yeah.
Wow.
But that's, pretty rare. And, depending on the planet and the gravitational and everything else. I mean, look, there are humans that have been 8 feet tall, and there are humans that have been 3 feet tall.
Yeah.
So I think about the cosmos and how vast. I mean, it would make sense there'd be enormous diversity.
This dude could just be talking, but the universe is ever expansive, right? It's just we don't know what's out there. So I wouldn't doubt if there were other species or I don't even know how to classify it, but if there were aliens out there, they would take on all types of different shapes and in fact, I work with animals, right? I breed and sell like different types of animals, and when you have even just animals on this planet that are related, it stretches so far, and they're so wildly different, and in some cases you can tell that the animals related just by looking at them, but they're vastly different. And then like you said, in humans you have some that are really short, some that are really tall, and then everything in between, right? So I don't doubt that if there is other organic human-like beings out there, they would take on many different shapes and sizes. We all do on this planet too.
What the fuck? What the fuck is that? Am I losing my goddamn mind? What the fuck is that? What the fuck? Where did it go?
I ain't gonna lie. At first, I thought this was like I don't know, just like a balloon, like a party balloon, or one of them candles, right? One of them candles you light, and then you let it go in memory of a fallen soldier or something. But like, this thing was floating with intent, and that was something I specifically paid attention to. It dodged everything, dodged every tree branch, every building, every power line, right? It dodged everything and then just flew off. That thing was moving with intent. I don't know what that was, right? But it was comfortable, and it was real low to the ground. They didn't even survey from the sky. They were like right down here with us. That's crazy. That's crazy. This is what it looked like when the Saiyans came to Earth. And for real, I'm about to go get 5 of my strongest friends. I ain't about to wait.
Imagine being on a cruise in the Gulf of Mexico yesterday and seeing this shit.
What in the hell is that? Did you see that? Oh my god! Oh my god, it just went straight to the water. Oh my gosh.
Hold on.
Where'd it go?
I still see glowing in the water. It's going up.
Now, folks that are observing this entire phenomenon witnessed it go into the water, and as you can hear the guy in the background say, it went into the water with no splash. And then the second person, the woman, the second one, I guess a friend, said, I can still see it glowing in the water. So that's a third observable, whereas transmedium, it goes from air to water. Very fascinating. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. This is probably one of the best UFO videos out in 2020.
Yeah, that's crazy. Now, we already seen them coming out the water. Nice and chill, nice and relaxed, you know, taking their time. And then now we see them going back into the water. Right. They're probably down there, bro, working on all types of stuff. And we can't even get down there to access it. We can't mess with them. You know, that's smart. Very smart. Why put your base in the cave systems where the land dwellers can get to you? Now they didn't put their bases underwater.
It's a UFO, y'all. I got it. What in the fuck is that? Bruh. What in the fuck? Bruh, that looked like some cloaking device on some real shit, bro. Like, it looked like there's a whole body, but it's getting kind of hidden in the middle. Bruh.
Yeah, I think it's about time I go ahead and just cancel all vacation plans. We ain't going nowhere for a while. We got to figure out what's going on in our skies. I ain't playing. I'm about to get my boomstick and lock my door. I'm good. Anyways, y'all, that's going to be the video. If you made it this far, I appreciate you. I know you could have been anywhere else on this planet, but you decided to be here with your boy. And that means a lot to me. I promise it does. Anyways, I'm out.